yeah. Okay. No, yeah, that's great. Yeah, great. Can you call back and leave a message? Perfect. Thank you. Oh, hey, welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show on the USA Global TV and Radio Network. I'm your host, Keith. You hear that? Let's try that again. I was talking too fast for my mouth. I am your host, Keith, for this episode of... Oh, wow. Okay, let's try it again. I am your host, Keith. Oh my gosh, let's try it again. That one was a real accident. I'm your host, Keith, and this is the Perfect Podcast Show. We did it. Wow. Here we are. Episode 13. Very excited for this show. Lots of working parts happening on this show, including this number. This is a real phone number. Call now, 818-392-4623, and leave a message, and we can play that message on the air. Whatever you want to say. If you want something that you need to get off your chest, it can be completely anonymous. Or if you have something that's not anonymous and you want to call someone out, or you just want to give us a compliment, or you have a question for the show, this is an actual phone number you can call. And I was just talking to someone who was calling, and they got through, but the point is to leave a message so we can play it. So let's see. Okay, they did. This is great. They left a message, so we're going to listen to that message now. Here I go. I'm going to play it, and they did not leave a message. Okay, well, that's okay. If you call, make sure you leave a message, because then we can play it. And if you don't leave a message, then we can't play it. Also, we're live on Instagram. So we're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on MySpace. We're live on Vimeo. We're live on Daily Motion. Some of those are not true, but we're live on a few things. So if you're watching there, thanks for watching. Oh, hey, shout out Skin for Narnish Rutabagas. Shout out to you. I see there's a message coming in on Instagram. That's exciting. Messages everywhere, including a message. We have one of our very first guests on the Perfect Podcast Show. He's back now to just give us an update of what's going on in his world, in his land. You'll know what I mean. Let's bring him on right now. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. He's back. Bob Iger, there he is, the CEO of Disney, Mr. Robert T. Iger. I don't know his middle initial. Bob. Hello, Bob Iger. Bob, I'm so excited you're here. Last time you were here, you were in the middle of strikes talk with the WGA and SAG, and those are done now. And there's maybe... Hello, Bob? Bob, I hear Disney stock is doing well. Is it because of the parks, Bob? Is it because of the show Echo on Disney Plus? What's going on? Soul is going to be back in theaters, Bob. You want to talk about that? Bob Iger? Okay, he's here. Maybe he's in a meeting. Bob, hello? Bob Iger. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Okay, Bob, we'll check in with you later. Thanks. Maybe he's, ran to the bathroom or something. That's okay. But again, call the show, the Perfect Podcast Show, not Bob's show. I don't know. Maybe Bob has a show, but call this show, 818-392-4623. It's a real phone number. You don't have to talk to someone. You can just leave a message. Honestly, you can probably text a message as well, but that'll be hard to play on the air because it will just be words. So instead, call, leave a message. You can say whatever you want, and we'll play it on the air within reason. Also, just want to point out my beard is very long. Today's the last day. It will be that way because it's going to be trimmed. That was really exciting. But something more exciting will be my guest who will be coming up in just a few moments. But before that, we have to get to an ad from our sponsors to pay for all the bills of streaming. Streaming costs money, people. And we're going to get to one of those ads right now. So let's listen to one of those ads. Ad number 1. Let's go. And it's like, wow, that's a crazy bowl of pasta. Hey everyone, it's me, comic extraordinaire Roy Wayne, and I'll be performing live this weekend at the Comedy Club, and you can hear all my famous jokes live, and you can laugh at them too. Yeah, and I'm walking home, and I'm like, oh no, I tripped on my shoelace. That's right, all the jokes that you know and love, you can come out this weekend to the Comedy Club and see me, Roy Wayne, perform them live. Excuse me, waiter, I need a spoon. That's right, Roy Wayne, that's me, comic extraordinaire, performing my famous material live that you all know, so you might not laugh at if you come down to the comedy club because you already know the punchlines. Hi. No, sorry, I was in line before you. That's right, it's me, Roy Wayne, and all I do is say punchlines. I actually have no setups, and all my punchlines are just normal things you say in everyday life, so come on down to the comedy club and see them. Oh man, I'm tired today. That's right, Roy Wayne, me, comic extraordinaire, performing at the comedy club this weekend. Get your tickets and come on down and laugh at all of the punchlines you know and love. Wow, thanks for that, Roy Wayne. Go ahead and go check out Roy at the comedy club. That's where Roy's gonna be, the comedy club, and listen to all those punchlines. No setups, but apparently from the audio, unless that was fake, a lot of people like his jokes. And also, it's also funny that Roy sounds like me, but I'm not Roy. Roy's a different person. Roy Wayne, go see him live at a comedy club. But until you get to do that, when he's doing that, we have a very special guest today. I'm so excited. In the pre-show, I was already just laughing and having a great time with this guest. I've known this guest for a long time, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't. This is the first time I'm meeting this guest, because if there's inside jokes or stories, none of you would get it because you weren't there. So right now, this is the first time you're seeing both of us interacting. So I'm gonna pretend that this is the first time I'm meeting this person. But without further ado, which I think is a Shakespeare term, ado, much ado. Anyways, let's welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show, episode 13, very special guest, Flaps Loudermilk. Whoa!
Hi! Hello!
Wow.
Keith, I'm so sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Right. Okay. I mean, we've been on the air for 8 minutes. Could have done this before, Flaps, but that's okay. Flaps Loudermilk, founder of Queefs with Intention. Okay, I normally wouldn't say that word, but I'm saying it now because that's what it says for Flaps Loudermilk. I wish Flaps did this during the commercial break, because that was a good time to use the restroom, but that's okay. I can stall, and Flaps is back. Wow,
I'm
great.
back. You know, I'm
Great.
a very fast peer. You have to be when you work in my line of business, you know?
Yes. Well, I'm very excited you're here, and I'm glad that you got that out of the way so we can have the rest of this conversation, Flaps.
Yes,
Yes.
it is such a pleasure to be here. I just want to say, you know, Keith, I've known you for a long time. You're one of my favorite clients. And you know, it's just great. It's just great to have this conversation, because I think people need to know about queefing.
Yes, so let's get into, you mentioned clients, but before that, let's get into exactly, founder of Queefs with Intention. Can you tell, I mean,
Yes.
I clearly know what it is, but can you tell everyone else what this company, what you do, Flaps? What is it that you do?
That's a good question. I am well considered. I wouldn't call that myself. I am considered the world's leading expert on queefing, and so I run a consulting business. I have a lot of celebrity clients, such as yourself, Keith, who come in, and you know I work mostly me, though I do have an apprentice. I work with a lot of people on discovering their true inner self through queefing. Yeah.
So
So one,
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah.
This
Well,
is
oh yeah.
fascinating.
One of my top clients is Gwyneth Paltrow. You know, she's had me on the Goop, and it's just been wonderful. And Keith, I'm going to ask you this. So I'm going to start by saying every single consultation, I start the question, have you queefed today? And so, Keith, I'm going to ask you that question. Have you queefed today?
Well, I haven't. I'm actually I'm a little confused about a couple things. One, it feels like a very personal thing, so you probably shouldn't share who's your client. I don't know if Gwyneth Paltrow wants everyone to
Oh,
know.
no, no. Gwyneth Paltrow she's very open. Like I said, I'm featured in Goop. So her and we are very close. We are very, very close. We have been through the trenches together. Because she went through a lot with her divorce, and she was really concerned about getting back to herself. Because queefing, it's not a physical act, and a lot of people think it's an embarrassing thing, and that it's something that you should be ashamed of. In reality, queefing, it's not a physical act. It's really a spiritual act,
Mm,
and you have to have a really strong mind and body connection. See, the first time I ever queefed, it was in a yoga class, and at first I was very embarrassed about it because it was very loud. And I was humiliated. But the more and more I thought about it, the more I was like, wow, I was really truly in the moment. Like, I could only achieve that moment by being fully in it. And
mhm,
so that's really what I try to work with my clients on, is really being truly in themselves and having a spiritual connection with themselves. Yeah.
mhm.
Like
Yeah,
you,
and
Keith,
that's yeah,
when I worked
like
with you, yeah,
I
when
mean
I worked with you,
that's
it's similar
something.
to that.
Yeah, and that's like one of our comments coming in. People are saying queefs are cool, and that's something that I learned from you because I used to go to Farts by Accident, that
Mhm.
company, and it was all about
Yeah,
hiding and being ashamed of what you do. Farts by Accident, and I was like, it didn't really
right.
vibe with me. But you're more about like it's a fart, but from a different area. I mean, I don't want to define queefs. You do it so much better, but it's nothing to be ashamed of, is what I really learned from you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not at all. It's not really even a fart. People say, oh, it's a. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here, but people call it a pussy fart, and
Mhm.
it's not. It's not. It's so much more than that.
I've heard it called a
Um,
front butt fart before,
a front
which
butt fart. Yeah.
a front butt fart, which and
Yeah.
also I've heard it
But
called
that's
a
not.
girly hole toot, but I think that's the same thing in different words.
See, that's also inaccurate, because it's not just limited to a vagina, or a mom's Venus, as you might call it.
Mhm,
Penises convert too. It's true, and a lot of people with penises don't know that they can, in fact, fart out of it. Well, it's really not a fart, like I
mhm,
said. It's really the
mhm,
pulling. It's like a breath, right? And when you think of a breath, you go in and out, and that is
mhm.
exactly what a queef is. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just breathing, while a fart is just air going out, which that's for a
right.
different topic. But that's something, yeah, you taught me, is that men and women and everyone can breathe through their genitals.
Yes,
And
yes,
genitals are really like
yes.
where life comes from, and it's life force, and oxygen is our life force as humans, so why does it have to go through just one hole of our body? um
Right, right. We have so many holes in our body. Our
mhm.
skin is a hole. So if you think about it, really, we can queef through our skin too. But, I
Ooh,
think the
that's
genitals are
mm,
the life force. So,
yeah, I
yeah.
never thought of that. So you're saying, I mean, you said other holes, so I was thinking like ears and nostrils, but you're saying our skin can queef, is
Oh,
what you're saying.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
And now I've never personally done that myself, because I don't prefer it. Yeah, I just don't. I like to get right to the source. Yeah.
Yeah, right
Now
to the front
I
butt. Yeah.
right to the front butt. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I am also the 2011 queefing world heavyweight queefing champion, and
That's true. You
but
you can you just to let everyone know, yeah, you competed in the heavyweight division against people much larger in size, and you still
oh
defeated
yes,
them in that
yes.
competition. It was incredible.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I did. It was sort of. Here's the thing. It wasn't a test against other people. I wasn't interested in that. I was really competing against myself to see what I could do. you know. And
Mhm.
once I won, I said, you know, that's enough for me. I'm done. I don't need to compete a single more time, because I want to give other people the opportunity to discover that for themselves. And
Mhm.
so but I got to take that fame, so to speak, and turn it into a business. And so that's now what I do. I have lots of different clients. Ben Platt, for example, he's one of my favorite clients. He can truly sing out of his penis.
He
You
can
know,
sing. He
oh,
he can,
oh
like,
yes.
literally sing a song?
He Yep, I actually heard he's been working on "Merrily We Roll Along." It's a new Richard Linklater later. He's been working on that. He's been singing, of course, vocally with his mouth, and as well as his penis. So you might see some of those examples in that film once it gets
Wow.
completed in 20 years.
So a few questions. One, like when do you have people who come to your classes or your workshops and just see it as a joke and they're just there to like pretend to fart and make sounds and laugh, or are they pretty serious when they find you?
Oh no, we get we get some pranksters in there.
Oh, yeah.
They think it's silly, but by the end of the class, I would say about I would say about 55% of the people who come there
Mm,
walk away with a full understanding of what it means to truly be connected to their front butt fart.
well, thanks for that. I mean, it looked like you were really doing the math there, 55%. So can you tell us where these are located? Is it an in-person thing, and how people can find out about these classes before we even go
Oh,
further?
yep. Yep, they can come queefswithintention.com, and you can find us there. And we're also on social media at Queefs with Intention, and we do workshops everywhere, all over the world. You know, I've done workshops in Indonesia, in Australia. I even went to a private island for celebrities. It was fascinating. They all were wearing masks. So I couldn't tell you who was on there, but oh, we had a great
Oh.
time. We queefed around in a circle, and we brought some people back from the dead with those queefs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, first of all, you went to an island with celebrities and they're wearing masks.
Mhm.
Were there underage children there working as slaves?
Look, I'm not going to say it. I actually signed an NDA, so that's all I can say. Is that I went to a private
Okay.
island, people in masks, and that is all I'm
Okay.
going to say. And I know that they were celebrities,
Hmm.
hence the NDA.
Wow.
But yep,
Okay. So I
that's
mean, I don't want to call anyone out, but I'm just gonna say it sounds like you might have worked with Jeffrey Epstein.
uh,
You don't have to say yes or no. You don't have to nod. I'm just gonna say it's sounding like you're telling us that Jeffrey Epstein likes the queef culture. But that's okay. You said you
mm.
brought people back from the dead. That's probably even more fascinating
Oh yeah, yeah,
than this reveal. But okay.
yeah. A
So
lot. I'm
yeah.
not going to say much, but I will say this: when Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in jail,
Hmm.
he had reached out to me beforehand and was like, "I've lost it. I've lost my ability to queef." And you know, the next day he hung himself from jail. So I'm not going to say there's a
Wow.
connection there, but if you want to feel healthy in your mental well-being, queef, queef with
Wow. Okay.
everything
So
you have.
I mean, this makes more sense that if he lost that connection to himself and to his breathing, then sure, maybe he then did commit suicide. This actually can put a lot of conspiracies to rest. But I wonder
Hmm.
if we can sort of go through a little practice right now, and you can help me breathe through holes, and you can breathe through holes, and we can sort of demonstrate what people who join can sort of get to see in your workshops.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you mind if I make some adjustments here?
No, no, please do. And again, queefswithintention.com is where you can find more information about this. And so Flaps Ladder Milk, yeah, we're gonna go through a little practice session right now of queefing. And again, this is for everyone, men, women, everyone in between, everyone, everywhere, everyone. And it's about breathing and life force and really connecting to yourself is what I'm getting from
Yes.
Flaps Ladder Milk. And people such as Gwyneth Paltrow have also done this. So let's get a little taste, if you will, of this right now. So I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, great. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is do a breathing exercise. So you just with your mouth, because you want to get into the zone. So you do just I like to do box breathing, which is 4 in, hold it for 4 seconds, of course, out for 4, and then hold out for 4. So we're gonna do that just for about 20 seconds. So let's breathe.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was about 20 seconds. Okay, and then you want to get into
feel like
position.
lightheaded.
Yeah, I know. Just wait until we get
Wow.
down to the nethers. Okay, and then I'm gonna adjust my microphone down here, so you might not hear me, but you're going to hear me, truly hear my soul. Okay, so let me pull it. And okay, so one other thing I have to point out now, once you've gotten your mind-body connection, is that it's not about it's you're really truly breathing in, and it's not about your muscles there, your genital muscles. It's really about your abs, your stomach. So you're gonna kind of pull in through your stomach and not through your genitals. So I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat, and then let me demonstrate for you. So
this is why a lot of the photos of your clients have 6-pack abs. That explains it. All right, so here we go. Flaps, take it away.
Okay, just gonna move this here. All right.
This is live on the air right now.
Okay. Get into position.
Great. Tony joining at a great time. Hi, Tony.
Okay, I'm going to pull in. Oh, no. Okay. Can you hear it? Is my microphone picking that up?
We can hear something, and I assume that's what that is. Wow.
One more. Let me try a big one.
Okay. There's some more.
Sometimes you gotta get the right position.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling connected to myself right now. You know, I just got over COVID. Oh yeah.
That last one sounded like a regular fart, not a front fart, but that's okay. It sounds very wet. Yes, it's there you have it, Flaps Loudermouth, the heavyweight champion 2011 heavyweight queef champion, and you see why right there. That is the first time maybe in podcast history there have been live queefs on the air, and we saw that right here on the perfect podcast show. You couldn't get much perfect queefs than that. Wow.
Okay, Keith, are you gonna try it? Are you gonna do it, Keith?
Yeah. So I'm gonna try now. Here I go. So the mic's going down. So lean back.
Oh.
Are you hearing anything?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Keith,
Oh wow.
That was incredible, Keith. Oh, it's such a force. I'm so proud of you.
I feel grounded. I feel release of like trauma too. Wow, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh wow, it's just amazing to just do this live. Wow.
If you need to cry, it's okay. I just want to let people know that it's okay to cry.
It is a release, and tears are just a release of an emotion, just like that was. Wow. I thought under pressure I wouldn't be able to do it, but it really is. You get that connection to your body, and you can really feel it. Wow.
Yes.
So queefswithintention.com. You can find social media, Queefs with Intention, and find out more information about where to find a connection to your body. And you can also find more information at Nicky Urban and Nicky-Urban.com to find information about the Queef champion. Is there any final words you'd like to leave us with today, Flaps?
Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, to queef yourself out there. It'll change your life because it changed mine.
Yeah, and I feel like all of us are changed today from having you on as a guest. So thank you so much for being here. It was really just eye-opening and also hole-opening at the same time. So thank you so much for being on the show, Flaps.
Thank you so much for having me. Everybody have a queefable day.
Have a queefable day. Bye. Wow, there you go. Flaps Loudermilk. Incredible experience. Did not know what to expect from that, but you saw it here first on the Perfect Podcast Show. Wow. We try to have a perfect show every episode. And if this wasn't perfect, then I don't know what is, because those are some perfect queefs. So the show began and I felt uncomfortable saying the word, but now I know there's nothing to be ashamed about. So okay, let's see. Bob's still there. Bob, come on in. Let's have a recap. Bob, let's talk about what did you think, Bob? Were you queefing too, Bob? What did you think of that? Is there going to be a new Pixar movie, Little Queefs? Bob, he's probably trying this now himself, and he doesn't have his camera on because he's embarrassed. That's okay, Bob. No worries about that. We'll have you on another time, Bob. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney. Wow. Well, that is our episode today. Thanks again to Flaps Loudermilk. Incredible. And we'll play an ad from our sponsor again. Make sure to call the show 818-392-4623. And remember, when you're out there, like Flap said, don't be scared, because when something happens, you just have to. It's time to get into the 21st century, because the Perfect Podcast Show now has a phone number. And this phone number is open and available, and operators are standing by to accept all of your calls. You can call, and they'll send you to voicemail. Don't worry, no one will answer, but go ahead and call 818-392-4623. This is a real phone number that you can call, and you can leave a message. You can say whatever you want about the Perfect Podcast Show, the show that you're listening to and watching right now, but you can call. And if you call, then we'll play the message on the air. Of course, it won't be live on the air because this episode right now is already a recording. I guess if you called right the second and the operator was just to quickly send us the message, then we can do it. But go ahead and call 818-392-4623. Call, leave a message, say what you want, tell us a funny story or a joke or just what you think of the Perfect Podcast Show at 818-392-4623. And then maybe you can be on the air. You'll be famous, and all the people will go, who left that message? That person is so good, they should have their own show. But don't try to take my show, the Perfect Podcast Show, because it's already a show. But go ahead and call, and you can say what you want, and we'll play it for you on the air. 818-392-4623. That number, again, for you to call and leave a message. Don't worry, you don't have to talk to anyone. You just leave a message. The number is 818-392-4623. 818-392-4623. 818-392-4623. Just call already.